Hey, what is up guys? Ghost here with an interview this time talking about a thing that I've been wanting to make a while, but since my channel is actually starting to go somewhere because of, things, I thought I would explain, how I started and basically how to make videos, as many of my friends are like, how do you make videos and everything. So this video is going to be about, but yeah, before we get into this, if you guys would like to leave a like, subscribe below, help a lot, basically, share the video with your friends, get the word out there on how I'm making videos and everything, and how to start out a channel. So before we get into it, I started making videos back in 2014. Basically off of a laptop that was not the best. It was a basically beginner school laptop or whatever you call it. But yeah, so back in 2014, I had an Xbox One and I had ideas. Of course, I actually didn't start it on the Xbox One. I started on making it on Xbox and recording commentaries on there. If you guys want to go really back, but yeah. So basically, this video is gonna be how to create your own channel and everything, and how I did mine. So first part's gonna be basically me talking about how I created my channel. The second part's gonna be about making the actual videos and everything. So yeah. So the first thing that I'll mention is the stuff that I had. So originally I had a Elgato Game Capture HD, the original one, which can be had for very cheap now. Back then it was $150 or $150. But yeah, so that's the first thing that I did, was get a graphics card and then use my Lenovo ThinkPad 11E with a AMD A4 and a Radeon R4. Very not good. Very not good chips. Those chips were so slow and everything. But yeah. So that basically went from 2014 on to around 2019. So I had that laptop for a long time, and eventually it died. But yeah. Then of course I upgraded to a Dell Optiplex 3010, which is it's a very like not consumer grade, but whatever you call it, a business grade business grade desktop. It was the slim model, and I upgraded that with a GT 1030. I had the i5 and 8 GB of RAM. Just the reason I'm mentioning this because you do not need a very powerful machine to start a channel. I literally was uploading videos at 720p back then, and of course with the ThinkPad, it took about 2 hours to render a video, or longer, depending on how long it was. Five-minute video was like 2 or 3 hours. 10-minute video was around 5 hours. So I had to leave that thing going like all the time. But really, what happens is you don't want to put too much money in at first. You just want to get the basics. In my opinion, I started off really low. At least my hardware for recording stuff. But something like a Dell Optiplex or an HP Elite series is really good to start off your channel and everything, and just get your channel off the ground. Plus the fact that they're integrated cards, like the 2010 models, they have integrated cards in them, and they're not too bad. But yeah, of course, that was a while ago when they had Windows 10. Now they have Windows 11, so of course stuff's going to be transferring to that and everything. But yeah, so the next thing that you most likely will need to make a channel, and of course I said we're going to do this in two parts, but I'm kind of just mixing it together. So, but yeah. Basically, what you'll need is you need an editing software. So I basically used Movie Maker at first. Yes, Movie Maker for Windows. I had to find a link for that on Microsoft's website. They did not have it whenever I tried to do it. And it was kind of funny because it was like, it took forever. It was even longer, and most of the time it bugged out, so then my audio would not be there or whatever for whatever reason. But then, of course, whenever I got the Dell Optiplex, I upgraded to using Vegas Movie Studio, and of course Vegas Pro 17. But basically now I use Vegas Movie Studio 16. I would recommend, if you don't want to spend that much and basically have more of a budget to start off with, using Vegas Movie Studio, because it's gonna be a little bit cheaper than Pro, and getting 16 or earlier. Usually you can find licenses for those around $30. I got mine off of Humble Bundle, cannot speak, for about $50. So I got that and the whole Vegas or Magic Suite. Next thing you'll most likely need is a mic. So most laptop mics are very bad, and well, not they're bad. They're not bad. It's just they're not the best. So you're most likely need a mic. A really good one that I recommend is a Blue Snowball Ice. It's not gonna be the highest quality. It's not gonna be the lowest quality. If you guys look back at my catalog, I've used a Blue Snowball mic until around, I think it was last year. I used it until, I believe, because now I have the Quadcast. And this sounds a lot better, doesn't it? It sounds a lot better. I gotta put the ASMR there, though. But yeah, so from there, basically the Optiplex 3010, which I still have, I use it for emulation now. I upgraded to an Asus ZenBook 14 for school and video making. But yeah, that was for like a couple months, and then I use that mainly for school now. But basically, then I bought a computer for $600 off my friend, which is a CyberPower with a Ryzen 7 and an RX 5700 XT, and I upgraded my graphics or my recording card, basically my capture card, to a Elgato HD60S Plus, because I did get the Series X as well, so that's just one thing there. But yeah, so yeah, and then I upgraded to my Acer Nitro, which I'm recording this on right now, which is really nice. It's got a big screen. It's just a laptop that I have plugged in all the time. But yeah, here's the actual part where I'm gonna discuss what you would like, not my experience, but just the things that I recommend. So I did do a little bit in the past part, and if you guys were there, just if you want to, you can watch it. It's kind of entertaining. But yeah, basically all the things I would recommend for the cheapest setup that's a good quality is basically a Elgato Game Capture HD. You can find those for $50 to around $70. They're the cheapest great capture card you can get. Plus, they have a lot of integrated software on their side, and I've used it forever, and they still have it and everything. It's great, and it's just a simple USB cord. It does not require a newer type of USB port. It can run off any USB port that you have, as long as it's 2.0, which 2.0 has been the standard since like 2007. So, but yeah, so. And you're not looking for the HD60 or the HD60S. You're just looking for the Elgato Game Capture HD, because that's going to be HDMI. Next thing you'll need is a computer. So you can find various older Dells and HPs from the 2010s. Those are going to be the best, but make sure to look for an i7 or an i5, at least 8 gigabytes of RAM, and that's about all you'll need. If you do have any issues with rendering stuff in that time and with your rendering, you shouldn't, because the Elgato Game Capture HD is 1080p at the max, so it's gonna basically be high quality, what most people would do on YouTube now. But yeah, so the next thing you could do that computer, which was an HP, Dell, something with an i5, i7, preferably 3rd gen or newer. 3rd gen is kind of like the lowest I would go, which basically you're looking for 3000 series on up. But yeah, you can upgrade it with a GT 1030. You can find those for very cheap, or a GT 730. Those things are very cheap as well. I know I work at a tech store, as I've said multiple times on this channel, but basically we sell them for like, I think it's like $100, $130. So if you can literally get a setup for around about $600, which is the cost of some laptops right now. And then of course you're looking for the license of the Vegas Movie Studio, which is the easiest suite that I know of. Or you can also use DaVinci Resolve. I have not figured that one out, but Vegas, you can find licenses on eBay or whatever. Just make sure they're official, or you, as I said, Humble Bundle. And yeah, so the next thing you'll need is a mic. Mic, as I said, Blue Snowball. Blue Snowball, any mic that's around $50 will be pretty good. I know that Blue Snowball is kind of the best for that, but one like the Razer Siren or the I think it's the HyperX Solocast is pretty good. The Quadcast is a lot better, which is what I use. But just starting off, Solocast or whatever. Next thing you will need is basically to give yourself a brand. So one of the things that I've done over my time is basically build up my brand and everything. So one of the things I did was I drew my own logo, came up with my own color scheme, which is green and black, partially because of Xbox, but but basically you want to create you want to either get a logo or draw yourself a logo. You try to make it look professional, kind of bright, unique, you know, not the same as anyone else. Like mine's just me, a caricature of me with a Spider-Man hat and a headset and a ghost mask, because my name's Ghost. So I figured I'd go with the Modern Warfare 2 theme and everything. But yeah, the best thing for that is basically to get either a you know, app like Canva, at the highest, Photoshop, which is what I use. MS Paint's pretty well as well if you know how to use it. There's a program called Gimp as well. That's pretty good. But yeah, then after you get all that and everything set up, you want to create your channel, kind of name it something that's unique. Mine's Ghost Plays 880, so I basically got my gamer tag and put that in there, made it unique and everything. But one thing I would advise is just kind of researching names and see if anyone has it. So if anyone has your name and they have a lot more subscribers than you, just try to like come up with one that's not, you know, as popular, or, you know, isn't as, you know, like my friend Exo Plague. He goes by Dr. Plague. That's not a really, that's kind of a common name, but it's not super common from what I've seen. But yeah, there's just like kind of differentiate yourself from everyone else on the platform. And of course, back to the Photoshop. One of the main things that you want to do on Photoshop is create your own video, like thumbnail style. Mine is a gradient from black to green, and then I have pictures on front. So it's very simple, but it works. One of the most important things that I realized recently was you want to tag your videos the best you can. So basically, put in tags. There's a website called Rapid Tagger, and basically that will give you all the tags you would need. And of course that helps you with getting recognition in the algorithm and everything, and basically helping you advance in YouTube. But yeah, also optimizing your descriptions and titles as well. So one of the things that I do is I just basically get a title and I make it sound very good, but not lying. So I don't be like, oh, this is you never believe this, you know, not super clickbait, but just kind of getting someone to, you know, look at it. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. One of the other things is your description. So if you have a description, try to do at least like half a paragraph of information there. That's what I realize that works the best for me. I don't get the best views, but I get a fair bit of views. And of course, that's basically what I, you know, strive for, is to try to just, you know, do something, because I just enjoy this hobby. I don't do it for anything. I have a job that I make a lot of money from, so I don't really have a point in, like, making money from this, so I just make what I think is fun. And that brings me to the other thing is, never think of it as a job. Well, and when you're starting off, don't think of it as a job. Just think of it as a hobby, and think of it as a thing that's fun, because it is fun. If you're not having fun, then what's the point in making videos, you know? Just basically have fun with it. Don't stress yourself out over making uploads if you don't feel like making them. Just try to naturally, like, you know, get a grasp of making videos. Like whenever I have an opinion to make, I just make a video on it. Or like whenever I, you know, want to basically share my opinion on something, make a video on it. I just said that, but basically if I have a game that's kind of underrated and I want people to see what that's like, I make a video on it. But yeah, so I just kind of make my own style of content, and that's worked out for me. Of course, some of the other stuff that I made did not work out very well, but it's gonna happen. You're gonna have a lot of, you know, misses before you get a hit. So, as I said, I've been going since 2014, and, you know, that's around 7 years now. 6 or 7 years. And basically that's what I'm going to basically say, is basically that's, you know, and of course my brother turns on music, but, you know, that's nice. But basically, that's what I would say. Basically what you would start off with is just making sort of the videos that you enjoy, and, you know, getting into it, and basically having just a great time with it. Not basically not going at it like a job, but going at it like basically like as a hobby. Of course, hobbies are a lot more fun, and if you're not having fun with the content you're making, as I said, do not make that kind of content. People can tell that you're not having fun, just like a job. At a job, when you talk to people and they can tell you're not having the best time, you're not gonna get to have a good experience there for them, or you're not gonna have a good experience yourself. So just kind of think about it this way: if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. And of course, that's why I do it, because I enjoy making videos. I enjoy selling computers at my work. I enjoy just what I do. So that's why I'm, you know, a lot better with this. And of course, you have more motivation whenever you are more motivated and like the stuff that you do. So all around, you just want to find something that you enjoy, whether it be gaming, whether it be music creation, whether it be drawing, whether it be anything. Just kind of find a niche that you want to be in. It's a lot like any other social networking site. You want to find a niche, and you want to stick with that niche. Mine is gaming and commentary. So yeah. But that's about it for me today, guys. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and leave them below. I'll leave some links below to the things I mentioned in this video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and have a great one.